The Prime Minister and opposition leaders' housing policies will only make buying a property more expensive. That's the assessment of economic experts who say giving first home buyers greater purchasing power will worsen the affordability crisis.
If you give first home owners more money, prices will go up. Facts.
The cost of having your own home, the central theme.
Great example of what we're going to do around the country.
Anthony Albanese visiting an Adelaide estate where houses are set aside for first home buyers.
To make sure that people have accessibility for home ownership.
Peter Dutton in Brisbane, offering the same assurance but a different prescription.
To provide support through the tax system to help you service your loan.
Labor promising to build 100,000 homes reserved for first home buyers and extend the 5% deposit guarantee to all new entrants to the market. The Coalition's rival housing policy to allow buyers to tap into their super for a deposit, the same 5% government guarantor scheme and tax deductibility for first home buyers' mortgage interest payments.
They're going to enable more first homeowners to buy a property. And look, for me, that's a positive. Allowing more Australians to get access to the property market to start building wealth for their families is a positive.
We will allow Australians to access up to $50,000 of their super towards a deposit for their first home.
Dutton allowing people to access more of their super, it will mean more people buy their first homes, 150%. Ever since we started teaching about property, we identified the number one barrier to people entering the property market is their deposit. So if you can help them to build a deposit by either lowering the amount of the deposit or helping them to get more funds to contribute to the deposit, more people buy home. In terms of getting more first homeowners into the market, that'll definitely work.
Your super ultimately is your money. It's not the government's money. And today I announce a new policy for first home buyers who purchase a newly built property to live in. A coalition government will allow you to deduct interest payments on the first $650,000 of a mortgage against your taxable income.
The tax deduction is huge, guys. So investors love this. For first homeowners to be able to do the same thing is crazy. They're talking about up to $11,000 per annum over 5 years, which is $55,000 as a tax saving. That is monster. That's huge, guys.
We will allow these deductions for 5 years, provided you continue to live in that home for that period. This policy will be available to individuals with a taxable income of $175,000 or less and joint applicants earning a combined income of $250,000 or less.
Look, for me, Dutton's gone aggressive on housing. Housing's a hot topic in this election. But the reality is these housing policies are going to stoke the demand side of the supply and demand equation. What does that mean? More people are going to be able to buy properties, and when demand goes up, prices go up. This is going to increase property prices.